How Short Your Life Really Is by Aperture. I was watching that Kurt's Guard, and it was like how you using your time or something. I think I recommended this. I mean, right now I'm what, 19 years old. You know, I should have, like a lot of time ahead of me, but you never know. Like how short, like sometimes you just need to get a perspective, get put in perspective. How short your life really is. Like, but yeah, let's just go.
For the past month or so, I've been thinking a lot about life. And when people say that, they usually mean what they want to do in life, whether that be their career, or relationships, or entertainment, or leisure. But I've been thinking differently. Of course, I've been thinking about those things, but I've also been thinking about how much of your life
Xbox
is really
360
yours.
controller? I haven't seen that in a minute, man. What happened to Xbox, man?
How much of your life is really being lived to its full potential? Are you living, or are you just existing? On average, you're gonna get about 79 years on this big rock called Earth.
79? That was 77.
If you live in Monaco, it's closer to 90.
Word?
If you live in Chad, you'll be lucky to get 50.
Isn't Chad
Regardless,
in Africa?
we don't get 79
I don't know
years
what Monaco
of freedom.
is.
We have responsibilities and things that we can't ignore.
True.
Most importantly, our bodies. Assuming you sleep 8 hours a night on average, about a third of your life, or 26 years, is going to be spent sleeping.
Facts.
So right away, we're down from 79 to 53. But it doesn't stop there.
Damn. That's
Chances
a lot,
are,
though.
if you're watching this video, you're going to or have gone to school.
Facts.
In the United States, you'll go for at least 12 years. 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, for 36 weeks a year.
Yep.
This amounts to 17,280 hours spent just inside the school building. But wait, we also have to factor in homework and out-of-school activities, among other things.
Facts.
So, this is more like 22,000 to 25,000 hours, or about 3 years of your life.
What?
If you go to college or
that's it? Okay.
university afterwards, make it 5 years instead. We're down to 48 years.
Damn.
Well,
5 years in debt.
all this
two extra years all your life.
schooling and money you spent getting a degree has to be put to some use,
but,
right?
But you get a good job.
Chances are you'll try and get a job in the field of whatever it is your degree is in.
If you don't,
It'll probably be a full-time job, so you'll be working 40-hour weeks pretty regularly.
Unless you switch your major.
More than that. Let's say you get 2 weeks of vacation per year. The average person works for about 40 to 50 years of their life, so we'll just go with the average and say 45. Over your entire life, you'll work on average about 90,000 hours, or about 10 years of your life. We have 38 years left. Wait, depending on where you live, your commute to work will vary. You might drive yourself, you might walk, you might use an Uber or a taxi. Regardless, your commute to and from work, on average, takes about 1.5 hours a day. Adding this up over your entire working career,
1.5 hours.
17,000.
Who's driving 1.5 hours to work? Really? Yo, y'all crazy. y'all crazy. That's crazy.
520 hours, or about 2 years of your life.
1.5
36
hours.
years left.
He's just in it, and then back and forth. That's 3 hours. Oh wait, is he talking? I don't know, man.
And studying really builds up an appetite, so you should probably spend some time eating. On an average day, we spend about 70 minutes just eating food to survive.
70 minutes of joy.
79 years of life, you'll spend about 32,000 hours just eating, or about 4 years of your life, down to 32.
That look good.
After you're done eating, you have to clean up and maybe do some chores around the house. On average, you spend about 1 hour a day doing tasks just around your house. Cleaning up after you eat, washing dishes, doing laundry, showering, and plenty of other stuff. This amounts to nearly 29,000 hours over the course of your life, or about 3 years. 29 years left. Eventually, all of that food and
how can you see time like this? Like I can't like I don't know. This is like I don't see it like this. Like I like eating. When I'm hungry, I eat something. I like eating. When I go to work, I like driving to work. I can't lie. I love driving to work. I like it. But it's not an hour away. I like school. Well, yeah, I like school. I mean, as long as what you're doing, you cool with it, and you made the decision, you was happy with that decision, it should be cool.
Water has to leave your body somehow. You'll spend about 3 months of your life just sitting on the toilet. Yeah. Of course, we also waste time, and we do it pretty well. Over the course of our lifetimes, we'll spend about 115,000 hours on our phones.
My gosh.
Or about 13 years. This, of course, is just your phone. This doesn't include you watching TV,
TV is dead. Put that to... Dead ass put that to 0. Haven't watched TV since... Well, I watch stuff on the TV, but... Okay, maybe... Okay.
Playing games, among other things.
But I don't watch cable. That's
16 years left. Assuming you can afford to retire at the average age of 62, you'll spend the rest of your life living the luxuries of retirement. If you can...
As an old, brittle... as... Now you... I don't get that. You enjoy... You chill as an old, brittle... No disrespect to old people, but come on. Like, I'm not trying to do that.
You can still function properly. Over 50% of retired people over the age of 65 have some sort of disability.
Look at that.
With 15% of those people having 3 or more.
Oh
Chances
my gosh.
are, if you are one of these people, you'll be in and out of medical care pretty often.
Exactly. How is that? Like, that makes no sense. You use your prime to enjoy after your prime while you're suffering? Like, what the fuck is... I don't know how that was put in anybody's minds and that was cool. Like, that retirement shit. Like, I don't get that. Like I'm not working like 40 hours a week just so I can not work. I just don't get it.
Final 16 years of freedom you have. It's a coin flip. That doesn't exactly entail freedom. So overall, you have 1 year in your 79-year life to really and truly do what you want to do. But despite the age you might be, young or old, you may be nearing the end of your time with some of the most important people in your life.
Facts.
For example, while you're young and in school from the ages of 1 to 18, you'll most likely be spending nearly every day in the presence of your parents. After you finish your schooling, assuming your parents are in their
facts. Kurt Segal talk about that too. Like, once you leave school, you're probably gonna spend like 3 days in total with your parents. Like, well, not 3 days in total, but it was like maybe like 3 months in total with your parents after you spend like 18 years with them. After you like leave for college and you like get your own a place, like, you probably spending like less than a year with them after spending 18 years with them. That was crazy.
We'll say they have about 30 years left in their life. The real world starts to set in. Your job, your possible relationships, your important things to do in life take priority. Eventually, if you leave your hometown, you'll only be seeing your parents around holidays and special occasions, maybe 10 days a year. So, 300 days left with the people who brought you into the world, whereas before you would see them almost every single day. You have already spent 95% of the time that you will ever spend with your parents in the first 18 years of your life. And now, you only have the remaining 5% for the rest of your life. At the end of the day, there's only one thing that matters, and that's your own happiness. What many people don't realize is that they do so many things in life just to try and succeed as opposed to fulfilling a purpose. They work a job they hate for 40 years just to make that extra $30,000 a year so they can afford a car that they only drive to work. It's temporary happiness, not genuine happiness. People go to school to become a doctor because their mom or their dad or somebody else told them to, not because they actually want to.
Facts.
I really hope that every single person watching this video gets insanely rich and famous so that they can finally realize that this isn't the point of life.
Yep, that's what Jim Carrey said too at his speech. He literally said that word for word. I hope that you can see.
I've often said that I wished people could realize all their dreams and wealth and fame, and so that they could see that it's not where you're going to find your sense of completion.
To be happy with
but she also
what
talked about, like, I don't know. He talks about like,
all right, sure, the 45
something
working
else,
years
like
or however,
something past an atom or something. Like, we are all something. I don't know, but whatever he believes, so
it's going to be hard to get.
He's still
past.
a goat.
But what if you don't hate waking up every day to go to work? What if your work is your happiness? You see, life isn't a straight path. You can't map it out perfectly one-to-one. It just doesn't work like that. We spend every day planning on what we're going to do the next, instead of just taking in the day for what it actually is.
Facts.
Sure, we have to eat, duh. But what if we spend that time eating with friends or family, or just people who make your life better?
Facts.
Your commute to
That's
work
what I literally
might be long
said.
and tedious sometimes.
That's what I literally said.
Spend that time listening to podcasts or carpooling with
I
coworkers
hate
and
listening
friends.
to podcasts. I can't listen to people speak. I can't. It just pisses me. It it lights an inner anger. I gotta listen to music. I gotta.
13 years we waste on our phones.
I gotta. Come on,
what
man.
if you use that time to build the business
I gotta hit that bass.
or
I can't.
build the brand you've always
I can't.
wanted? Or make a YouTube channel to talk to people about the random ideas you get.
Like
You'll
this.
bring so much value to people that you never even thought was possible.
Facts.
Let's say you take care of yourself and regularly work out and eat decently well. Your chances of being healthy later in life is much more likely, and you'll have much more free time to master the things that you really want, whether that be a skill or just relationships with others. No matter what you or I or any person on this planet does, time doesn't stop for anyone. Time is
Facts.
the one thing
Facts.
you cannot get back.
Facts.
If you lose a lot of money, it's fine.
Facts.
You can get more.
Money comes
If
and
your
go.
friend decides to turn their back on you, it's fine. There's millions of people out there in the same
Facts.
situation.
Facts.
But time, you can't get it back. Once it's gone,
It's gone. Yup.
How many days have you spent doing the same mundane tasks that you hate? And more importantly, when is it going to end? Life is about choices. Every choice you've ever made has led you to this exact moment watching
Facts.
this video. And given that you only have one life, at least in this universe, why not make your own decisions? So many people live life predicated on somebody else's opinion, which is dumb. People have so many barriers in life, but they aren't really about money, they aren't about time. They aren't about how you look, it's about opinions. Other people's opinions. Probably about 90% of people are unhappy because they value someone else's opinion more than their own. When you're old and unable to do the things that you could have when you're younger, you'll regret. And regret hurts more than any breakup, failure, or anything else ever could. Life doesn't have to suck. You don't have to regret everything. That FOMO, or
Regret
fear
nothing.
of missing out, is a poison. Instead of living trying to mimic people you see on Instagram or YouTube or social media, just live based on your own terms. Instead of just
Facts.
observing and living passively, really start to think about what you do with your time. Does that mean call your boss and tell him you quit? No.
No.
Does that mean drop out of school tomorrow?
No.
No. All it means
Yes. No. Don't do that. Do not do that.
is to truly decide what you want in
Actually, maybe no, don't
life
do that.
and put yourself in the right
It'll
direction.
be.
It's not gonna happen overnight.
do that.
That's not the point. There would be no journey then. As cliche as it sounds, your 79-year journey here is very short. Sure, it's
Facts.
technically the longest thing you'll ever do. But the universe is 13.8 billion years old. If the universe's history was condensed down into 24 hours, the world as we know it, with cars and airplanes and civilization as we know it, would only come into existence in the very last second. Block out any and all negativity in your life. And once you can truly realize that the only opinion that matters is your own, life can get pretty clear. And the noises inside your head get pretty quiet.
That's hard. That's hard. That's hard. I mean, he was literally spitting for for the other half of the video. So it was like, what can I say? He was literally spitting. He was just spitting. Like, it's your life. It's your life, bro. Like, don't like. But it's like, it's kind of deeper than that, because it's like, trust your opinion, but your opinion changes with the environment around you. Like, are my thoughts mine, or are my thoughts just what subconsciously people saying? I'm watching in videos. It's like, can you truly conquer the mind? People say you can do it through meditation, but I don't know. But I've never moved from. I only know my perspective. I've never moved. Actually, I have. Probably. I don't remember it though. Probably moved for somebody else's opinion, approval. I remember seeking people's approval as a kid. I think I still kind of do that to this day. I gotta work on some stuff myself. Like, we can all self-improve. Everybody can self-improve, man. But man, I'm out. Like, subscribe. Have a fantastic day. Subscribe to Aperture. He spits in other videos. I watched some of his shower thoughts, and he was spinning on. He wasn't spinning like that though. That was like some crazy stuff to me. I don't know. But I'm out. Meditate more.